The role of teachers in shaping educational policy, practice, and reforms. Good morning, everyone. Today, we're going to explore something truly powerful: how you, as future teachers, can shape the very foundation of education. We will understand not just what happened inside classroom, however, how teachers influence national policies, drive innovation, and reform the system itself. Remember this: you're not just meant to follow instructions, you're here to change the game. Teachers are the heart of learning. According to National Education Policy NEP 2020, teachers are called the heart of the learning process. Just pause for a second. That means without teachers, the entire body of education would not even function. Think of it this way: if education were a tree, policies are the roots, schools are the branches, and teachers are the ones who carry water to every leaf, keeping it alive and growing. One story that comes to my mind is from a young man who wanted to quit teaching because no one respected him. But one student, just one, came back years later and said, "Sir, you were the only reason I believe in myself." That teacher changed one life, and that life changed hundreds more. Educational policy, what's it's all about? Let's understand what educational policy really means. Policies guide the what, the how, the when, and the whos of education. Some key elements include curriculum, what the students learn in the entire curriculum. It also includes teacher training, which means how teacher prepares themselves. It also includes assessment. It is how teachers evaluate learning. It also includes inclusion, which means making education accessible for all. And it also includes technology, which means making learning smarter and future ready. For instance, when the curriculum added coding in schools, it was not random, it was a policy decision based on where the world is heading. So, how does policy impact classroom? Policies do not just sit in government files, they walk into our classroom every day. For instance, a change in assessment pattern affects how a teacher teaches. New recruitment rules change who become the teacher's colleagues. Policies on school culture can determine if a girl feels safe to attend a particular school or not. Now think of a policy that says no more rote learning. So as a teacher, as future teachers, you must what? You must now use stories, games, and real life application. That's how directly policy hits the classroom floor. So why should teachers engage in policy making? You may ask, why me? Why teachers? I just want to teach. But listen to this. It is only the teacher knows the students best. It is only the teacher who sees where textbooks fall short. It is only the teacher who can spot if a rural student struggles with online learning. So therefore, teachers should speak up of the following. Number one is the teacher should advocate for student friendly learning. Secondly, the teacher should also address gaps in the curriculum. Then the teacher should also ensure inclusive classrooms for all learners. And what else? Should improve the working conditions for educators and align teaching with 21st century skills like critical thinking and collaboration. Don't wait for someone to fix this. You have to be that teacher who fixes this. So how can teacher influence policy? Now you're wondering, how do I even influence a policy? You're not a politician, right? But guess what? You have more power than you think. So what do? Join discussions or local school policy groups. Do classroom research and present that. Team up with teacher unions or educational NGOs. Then, as a teacher, what you also have to do, use social media to advocate for better systems. Then, also connect with policymakers during public hearings. Talk to your communities, they are full of ideas. You know what happened? In Kerala, local teachers fought for multilingual education. Their fight made it into policy. And now many children learn in their mother tongue. That is the impact of that fought for multilingual education. So remember, teachers as change agents in practice. So now let's look inside the classroom. Teachers are a change agent when you use creative teaching method, which means the pedagogies, the methods of your teaching must be creative, must be innovative. Then you are what? You are a change agent. Then secondly, adapt the curriculum to real life example. This is very, very important, isn't it? If the curriculum is not adaptable to real life practice, what are we teaching? It must always connect to real life examples. Then as teacher, what you should also do, bring in technology like using videos or coding apps. We are having a lot now. So make use of all this that we are having and be a change agent. Then what else? As teachers, as change agents, we must also manage classrooms with care and discipline. Then what? Reform assessments beyond marks to learning. One teacher in Maharashtra started flipped classrooms. Students watch videos at home and then discuss the ideas in class. That's a small shift, isn't it? But what? It transforms engagement and understanding. What does flipped classroom do? To that teacher, it transforms engagement and understanding. So we also have real reformers, teachers who made history. So what makes a teacher a reformer? Here's the mindset. Number one, it's the visionary thinking. When we are talking about visionary thinking, it means that the teacher must see beyond the blackboard. The teacher must see beyond the four walls of the classroom. Then, secondly, it is the student centric advocacy. So, what is this? This is ask. Okay, the teacher must ask himself or herself, what is best for the child? What is best for the students of my class? What is best for this particular age of students? The third one is lifelong learning. As teachers, as future teachers, you must keep learning. You must never stop learning. There is no end to learning. Then the fourth one is challenge inequality. As teachers, you must pick up when something is not fair. Please remember that. You have to challenge the inequality that exists in your institutions. Then the fifth one is reflect and experiment. Try. There's no harm in trying. Fail, reflect, try again. Fail, reflect, try again. You're not just preparing students for exams, you're preparing them for life. And for that, you must be bold, you must be creative as well as caring. So we have instances, examples of real reformers who made history. So let us draw inspiration from these legends. We have Savitribai Phule, who fought for girls' education when nobody else did. We also have Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who believed in asking why instead of just what. We also have Randy Pausch, who was a dying professor who said, brick walls are there to show how badly you want something. Okay? Brick walls are there to show how badly you want something. You see, reform, it's not about having power, it's about having purpose. So, what is the teacher's role? To conclude, you are more than just a teacher, you are a policy influencer, a classroom innovator, and an education reformer. Policies, practices, and reforms. They may begin in government buildings, but they are brought to life by teachers like you. You're going to be future teachers. Remember to bring into life whatever policies that are being there. So let me leave you with this final story. A struggling student once asked a teacher, why are you so patient with me? The teacher said, because I see the fire in you that even you do not see yet. As future teachers, see the fire in every child. And never forget, you hold the power to light the entire path. Thank you.